Hello everybody, welcome back to 10 Man Collections, and today I'm not telling another dream story, but I thought, today I would read a chapter out of this book, They Saw Sasquatch, by Close Encounters of Bigfoot by Gary and Wendy Swanson. Now, they basically compiled a bunch of stories together into one book, so I'm just going to read one chapter today, and then I'll, do some more later. And I figured since this is a Sasquatch book that I'll do it in black and white right here. Let me get to the... Alright, here we go. This is the Briggs Creek Trail incident for September 18th, 2012. Our last hike on the Briggs Creek Trail was quite interesting. After a little over an hour down the trail, which runs parallel to Briggs Creek, off to our left, we heard the brush move, assuming that we had startled a deer. We continued on, but so did the sounds of the animal moving alongside and parallel to the trail. The terrain here is really thick with brush and thickets of thorns, blackberries, willows, and are quite impassable and high enough and thick enough to prevent seeing over 5 feet into the dense foliage. Kind of gives us a setting right there. But anyway, instead of their normal barking and pulling at their leashes to go in pursuit, our dogs were silently pulling hard to continue on the path, and the hair was up on their backs. Not their normal see the deer attitude. Yeah, them dogs sense something, they're going to tell you. I wasn't about to claw my way through the thorns to observe a raccoon or whatever it could be. So we continued. We kept hearing this noisy critter from about a half hour as we kept up a steady downhill pace. And although curious, I just figured it to be a young and curious fawn or something. But we were surprised at how much noise it made. The going through the brush would have been tough, and it had to have been of good size to make that much noise. Yeah, something big coming. Also, it is highly unusual for any wild animal to follow humans. They will always move quickly away. We knew only that it was not human, as there were no other people or vehicles at the trailhead, and there had been no mining activity. And even so, a miner would have welcomed a quick visit, or at least a hello, farther down the trail, where it gets continually closer until it crosses over the creek to meander along the other side. The noises ceased, and just when I thought we'd finally meet our inquisitive follower, the noises were soon forgotten as we continued our hike, until finally we reached the halfway mark for today's hike and began our return. I think that we were gone for another 2 hours before we returned to cross the creek again. Having no concerns about those earlier noises, we were reminded suddenly as we heard the same rustling, this time on our right side, and realized that it was the same place they stopped before. As we continued back up the trail, our visitor stayed alongside again, and now had to find out what it was. After another half mile, I spotted a possible route through the place a giant tree had fallen, crushing the tree around it. Wendy holding the dogs back and the car keys just in case, I crashed my way through the bushes with small bits of clothing and skin coming off. As I traversed a downhill course toward the creek, camera at the ready, I came to the small clearing, and peering at me over the roots of a fallen tree was a gorilla face. I would be terrified to see that, but anyway. My mind reeled as I pushed the camera's button while thinking it was some kind of a Halloween mask. Well, it wasn't. In fact, the camera only captured the shadow, and when it took off running around the tree, there was nothing, just the sound of something rapidly crashing through the surrounding bushes, and whatever it was, it had run the distance from the root ball through the thick brush in just 4 seconds. Ooh. Over 100 feet, no human can have done that. I can't say it was, but I sure can't say it wasn't. The face I saw in the viewfinder was the face of an ape. And I don't know if, yeah, you can see that right there, but you can see like an arrow pointing. He said that's what the face was at right there. Ooh. But yeah, I hate that when you're looking at Bigfoot reports and then, you take a picture and then it's not there. But anyway, that's going to be it for now. If you like this, leave it down in the comments. I'll do some more later. But anyway, that's going to be it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.